Hey there, friends and foes. Good morning, multiverse. This is Back of the Cereal Box, the pop culture podcast that celebrates the fun of the Saturdays of our youth while navigating adulthood today. And this morning, we are not live. This is Memorex, but we are here remembering the memory and the incredible legacy of Shelly Duvall. And we're going to do that right after this.
Saturday morning, it's fun for all. Cartoons and cereal, let's have a ball. Comic books, kaiju, pro wrestling too. The fun is waiting for you. Back of the cereal box.
All right, friends and foes, we are back, and this is Back of the Cereal Box because when I was a kid, we did not have iPhones or tablets at the breakfast table on Saturday mornings. We were literally reading the back of the cereal box. That was our newspaper. That was our world. That was our portal into pop culture. And Saturday mornings meant big bowls of cereal, cartoons, comic books, kaiju movies, pro wrestling. And in between cartoons, comic books, and kaiju, we were reading the back of the cereal box. Now, we cannot do this show without our Cereal Box Super Friends, our Patreon community supporters. You too can have your name in lights for just $1 a month. But at $2 a month, you get extras like advance sneak peeks at episodes before they go live to the rest of the world. You get other exclusives like some exclusive merch. At $2 a month or more, you can join us on camera every Saturday morning, kind of like a call-in show. And our VIP members get to host their own show once a month. I think that's a pretty awesome perk and really excited about that. We are also brought to you by my book series, Tales of the Decoverse, Night Reich, One Night at the Roxy, and brand new Volume 3, The Rise of the Impossibilists. That's available at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, anywhere you get books. And of course, we are also brought to you by Entertainment Earth, your source for action figures and collectibles. Can you dig that? I knew that you could. All right, so we are here to talk about Shelly Duvall, but as I mentioned, Saturday mornings is all about big bowls of cereal. And you may have seen me post on social media this week that I took Peanut Butter Captain Crunch and Oops All Berries Captain Crunch, and I mixed them together. Melissa Stetcher would be so proud of me using a container. But I mixed these together and I asked the question, what have I created? And someone came back and said, oh, you've created peanut butter and jelly cereal, PB and J cereal. So I've already poured some. It's in the bowl. We're going to pour the milk and give this a taste test and see if it does actually taste like peanut butter and jelly. Now, I've not tried this yet, so we'll have to wait and see. All right, here we go. Hold it up. Peanut butter, Cap'n Crunch, Oops, All Berries. And of course, this is the segment that we ask on Saturday mornings, what's in the bowl? And what's in my bowl is this combination. Let's see what we got here. All right. So Captain Crunch is pretty dense. The peanut butter Captain Crunch, when we tried this together a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't wild about either one. And at the time, the peanut butter Captain Crunch was underwhelming. I don't know what has happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks, but this peanut butter Captain Crunch has gotten a whole lot better. It actually tastes like peanut butter. Maybe it's just been that long since I've had regular Captain Crunch that I'm not comparing the flavors. But here's what's amazing. The Oops All Berries does make this taste like peanut butter and jelly. This is genius. Hey, Quaker Oats. Peanut butter and jelly, PB&J Captain Crunch. You're welcome. We need to have this on the market. Yes, for those of you just listening, I am chewing the peanut butter Captain Crunch as I'm wasting time. Now, you may notice Aubrey and Willow are not with me this week. I'm actually filming this on a Wednesday night. And I wanted this to be a solo episode because of the subject matter. So, when I was a kid, one of my all-time favorite movies was Robert Altman's Popeye. And it came out when I was a kid. I saw it in the theater. And, I didn't know Shelly Duvall before Popeye came out. I had never heard of her before. I had never seen her before, but she played Olive Oyl. And if ever there was someone who was born to play a part, it was Shelly Duvall. She was definitely born to play Olive Oyl. Now, Shelly Duvall, if you are not aware of her, she is or was an American actress that passed away last week. She was born July 7th, 1949. She passed away last week, July 11th, 2024, after a long battle with diabetes. And she's best known for her collaborations with Robert Altman. She was in The Shining. She was in Nashville. And she was in Popeye. And this image shows her in Faerie Tale Theatre, in Popeye as Olive Oyl, and in The Shining. And tell me, she was not born to play this part. Shelly Duvall was perfect in every way. And not just Shelly Duvall. Robin Williams was perfect as Popeye. No other actor could have played this part. And the two of them together had such amazing chemistry. But let's see. Tail of the tape on Popeye. Popeye came out in 1980. I was 10 years old. It is a musical comedy directed by Robert Altman, produced by Paramount Pictures and Walt Disney Productions. And it is based on E.C. Seeger's Popeye comics character. And it starred Robin Williams as Popeye the Sailor Man, Shelly Duvall as Olive Oyl, and it follows Popeye's adventures as he makes his way to the town of Sweet Haven. Sweet, sweet haven, God must love us. Anyway, the film premiered December 6th, 1980. So this was a birthday gift for me when I was 10. We went as a party, me and my friends, and it was distributed by Paramount and Buena Vista International. It grossed $6.3 million in its opening weekend and $49.8 million worldwide against a budget of $20 million. So it wasn't a monumental flop, but it did not do well in the box office. And it received negative reviews from critics when it was first released. But since it's received improved reviews over time, it's become a cult classic. And people love Popeye, the movie. And, you know, if ever two characters owned these roles, it is Popeye and Olive Oyl. Unfortunately, because it did receive so much backlash, it almost killed both of their careers. Robin Williams was just an up-and-comer. He was still rising. He had he had done Mork and Mindy, huge success. He had done The World According to Garp, and this was his second full-length feature film, and it almost ended his career. It wouldn't be until Good Morning Vietnam that he had another hit, and that kind of launched him into superstardom. Shelley Duvall had the same kind of thing happen. You know, she had done The Shining, she had done Nashville, which were huge successes, and then she appears as Olive Oyl, and her career stops. But that was okay, because Shelley Duvall had a passion project. And she had a show that she wanted to produce called Faerie Tale Theatre. Now, this screen is Shelley Duvall playing all of these different fairy tale characters in the 27 episodes. And Faerie Tale Theatre, also known as Shelley Duvall's Faerie Tale Theatre, was an American award-winning live-action fairy tale fantasy drama anthology television series, 27 episodes, and it originally broadcast on Showtime from September 11th, 1982 until November 14th, 1987. It is a retelling of 25 classic fairy tales, particularly those written by the Brothers Grimm, Charles Perrault, and Hans Christian Andersen. Episode 18 was not based on a fairy tale, but rather the poem The Pied Piper of Hamelin. And the 27th episode was a reunion special of the cast and crew titled Grimm Party, in which in fairy tale style, they attend a gala in fancy dress. And here's the cool thing. This show featured Shelley Duvall at her absolute best, playing these different characters. I think this is Sleeping Beauty, or maybe this is the girl from Rapunzel who spins the gold. Yes, that's exactly what this is. This is Little Red Riding Hood. And then you had all of these A-list actors appearing, like Kurt Russell. And let's see, who else? We had Terry Garr. Robin Williams was in the first episode as the Frog Prince. Let's see, Ned Beatty. Bud Cort. Some of you don't know that name, but Jeff Bridges, Roddy McDowell. Who else? Barbara Hershey, Mick Jagger, Angelica Houston, and the list just goes on and on and on. Christopher Reeve, Bernadette Peters, Sally Kellerman. And this was an amazing, amazing showcase for Shelley Duvall and her passions. This aired right after Fraggle Rock on Showtime. So kids my age, 12, 10, 11, 12, were sitting down to watch Faerie Tale Theatre, followed by Fraggle Rock. It was a magical, magical time. And, some of the stories that they told were like Cinderella. These are the three stepsisters. Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel. I forget. Oh, this is Rapunzel. And it was just magnificent. If you've never seen Faerie Tale Theatre, you can buy it on DVD and Blu-ray. It is available to watch. It may even be available streaming somewhere. I wasn't able to find it, but you might be able to. So check that out. Now, here's maybe the coolest thing about Shelley Duvall. She she got to play a character that was so beloved from the 30s through the 90s. People love Popeye. And by the way, we're going to talk about this on another episode, but I think Popeye is the most powerful comic and cartoon superhero ever. And we're going to talk about why on another episode. But check out some of these toys. We had the Olive Oyl plush. This is, what is the name of this company? Right here, Boss Fight. This is their action figure line from Boss Fight, but there are also the Mezco Popeye, and there are PVC figurines that were produced. I actually had this as a kid. I had Popeye and Olive Oyl. This was a bendy toy that, was bendable with the wires inside and the rubber covering. This is the Mezco Olive Oyl. And tell me that there's not a better actress to play that character than Shelley Duvall. She was absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. And both of these projects, Popeye and Faerie Tale Theatre, and you know what? There's probably a case to be made that if Popeye had not almost ruined her career, that she would have never gotten Faerie Tale Theatre off the ground. Because there's something that really happens when you're facing an ultimatum. Your creativity really takes over, and those passion projects really come to the forefront. And who knows? Who knows? This is the Shelley Duvall that I love to remember. This is how I always want to remember her. She declined very rapidly in later years, especially in the last 5 years. And she may have even been suffering with dementia. But look how beautiful she was. She was not considered a classic beauty by Hollywood standards, but she had such a striking image and such a striking look. And this one hit me hard, guys. Last week when I saw that she passed away, this one hit me hard because Popeye and Faerie Tale Theatre were so near and dear to my heart. Really, they were. And if they were to you too, comment down below. Give us a heart, a thumbs up. Let us know that you agree with me that Popeye and Faerie Tale Theatre were really something special. And if you need to see the brilliance of Shelley Duvall, just look up some of the songs and some of the clips on YouTube. He needs me, he needs me, he needs me, he needs me. He needs me, he needs me. Or he's large. Oh, I'm singing about Bluto and the girls in the background while she's secretly packing to run away on her engagement night. By the way, all of the leads that appeared in Popeye, with the exception of a character who I don't think he's named, but it's the same actor who played Lou Who in the live action Grinch. He was a circus performer and a contortionist. And there's a scene where Bluto pushes his head down and his body literally folds like an accordion. And that was real. That wasn't special effects. That was something he could do. And he did the barrel rolls that as Popeye, he was the stunt double for Popeye. I think he's the only actor still alive from this movie. We've lost Robin Williams. We've lost Shelley Duvall, Burgess Meredith. All of them. And anyway, if you loved Popeye and Faerie Tale Theater, post a comment. Let us know your memory. And if there's something I missed, let me know. I kind of threw this episode together at the last minute so that you guys would have something this morning while I'm at Imaginarium. And this was important to me to share this, to share all of this. So that is Shelley Duvall and my remembrance of such a brilliant, brilliant actress. Now, before we leave you, we do have to do prizes from the cereal box, aka new loot. This is something that as a kid, we would reach into the cereal box and pull out the prize. And this morning, I have new comics. Yum! Finally, it came out. Biker Mice from Mars, issue number 1 from Nacelle. And if you were a fan of this animated series, you're going to love this because it basically picks up right where that series left off. And yes, it was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ripoff, but oh my gosh, it was so fun. And the book is a lot of fun. Also, brand new on shelves is The Rocketeer Breaks Free by Stephen Mooney. He is the heir apparent of Dave Stevens. And the art on this is done by Staz Johnson. And just great classic look to the Rocketeer. And the thing about Stephen Mooney is that you can tell he loves the Rocketeer. The love really comes through. It shines through. And you can see the passion and the joy through the pages as you read the story. So The Rocketeer Breaks Free on shelves this week. So go out and get that. That's going to sell out pretty quick. All right, that's it for us this week. Before we go, we do need to acknowledge a new partner, New South Pro Wrestling. We are partnering with them to cover their themed wrestling events in the Southeast, and particularly Huntsville, Alabama, and Nashville, Tennessee area, and in between. We will be joining them in October live at Comic-Con in Huntsville. So be on the lookout for more details about that. And of course, no show is complete without acknowledging Comic Books for Kids.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
They are awesome, and we love them. So before we leave, once again, I want to thank all of our Patreon community. Without you guys, we could not do this show. You are very appreciated. If you would like to support what we do, if you would like to see us go to more live events, if you would like to see us do more in-studio productions, become a patron at patreon.com/cerealboxpodcast. It's running along the bottom in the banner, and $1 a month gets you early access, $2 a month gets you all kinds of other perks, and at the VIP level, you get to host your own show right here on Back of the Cereal Box. It's an awesome perk, and I think that's a lot of fun. Well, if you like the show, give us a heart, give us a thumbs up, post a comment, share this with 200-300 of your closest friends and family. Whatever platform you're listening or watching, subscribe and click the notification button so that whenever there's a new episode, you get notified. And I think that wraps it up. Thank you guys once again for watching and listening. And until the next time, love you, mean it. We'll catch you on the back of the cereal box. Ta-da!
It's like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss,